Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple. You come to you from sportsbookreview.com. It's week 14 in college football. Mike Brenner,
week 14.
Let's throw the record up. We got a smaller slate of games, but there can be some value. Fewer games means that you can pay more attention to each individual game, which can be nice. I definitely crunched all these last night, and there's one that I'm definitely liking, and I think one or two others, or two or three others that I'm sort of liking. Is there anything
two or
that's
three?
jumped
That
out
means
to you?
that'll be 7 or 8 after
Anything
your 2
that's
or 3.
jumped out to you, Mike?
Yeah,
Brenner?
there's a bunch, and I'm going to start with Friday night. There's 2 of them, Pistol Pete. And
really?
First up is Western Michigan.
Yeah.
All right, this team is built to go. They got a great coach. And they just love playing on the road. They cover ATS like it's nobody's business, and I think Ohio's going to get outmanned. The full game spread, what's the full game? Is it 19 or something?
It's 19. Let's see if it's moved yet. No, it's down to 18 and a half we can give you. 18 and a half minus 10. Oh, no, minus 18 and a half.
But I'm not going to take the full game.
Okay.
I was just wondering what it was sitting at. I'm going to be doing the first half, so we're going to give the
Pinnacle opener.
The Pinnacle opener. This team, I think, has just faced too much heavy competition, and I think they believe in the direction they're going. What are your thoughts on that, Pistol?
Yeah, obviously Western Michigan is an absolute juggernaut. The only issue is, in a big, primetime game like this at a neutral field, sometimes there can be unexpected things that happen. Also, Ohio has 3 extra rest days, but Western Michigan is an absolute juggernaut. I'm not sure Ohio has the offense to keep up with them. So, I certainly haven't bet this one yet, and I'm going to do a deeper research into it. Wouldn't at all be surprised if I decide that Western Michigan is.
I was wondering if you had looked at the total on that game because
no, it's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out. Okay.
Yet. I mean, Ohio has been an underdog, a big underdog only twice this year, and both times they covered easily. So, but that's a sample size of 2, which is
and right now there's a lot on the line. So I just think the edge is definitely with Western Michigan. The other one, Pete, I think this is a no-brainer. I really am scratching my head unless I'm missing something. Washington, I am all over them for the first half and the full game. I think Colorado is going to just totally get outmanned, outplayed. And last week, Colorado kind of, the second half, they looked a little bit weak. There was some weaknesses that stuck out. But Washington, I think, is clicking on all cylinders. And I think Chris Peterson's going to have this team ready to go. What's the best shop line, Pistol, on that full game?
Let's see. For Washington, the Chris books have 7 minus 115.
For the full game?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, Colorado's 10-2 against the spread. Both of their covers were wins where they just were a little bit too big of a favorite. I don't know. I'm definitely leaning Colorado here, but it's. I mean, I definitely have a ton of respect for Washington. Yeah. And I haven't bet this one yet. And
where's that venue at?
It's at California, so it's at a neutral spot.
I love the neutral spot, and I'm going to take it. The 7.5.
7 minus 110.
Oh, minus 7. Okay.
Minus 115. Sorry.
And I'm also going to be doing the first half, so we'll give the Pinnacle opener.
I guess, yeah.
All right, Pistol. Okay. Shoot, I thought we might go head-to-head on that one.
No. One thing that concerns me, though, I'm glancing at SBR odds right now.
Yeah.
The side that I was liking, that I was going to give, was going to be Louisiana Tech at 7.5. Okay. Now it's all the way up to 9.5 or 10.
Wow.
So I'm not totally sure what's up
caused
with that.
Sharp money, maybe?
Well, could be an injury that I'm not aware of, but I don't think so. I think that's probably money. I mean, obviously, these two teams played already this year. It was high scoring. It was very close. And Louisiana Tech was a small home dog, and they won, in a close one. So I'm not sure that we'll see anything different here. Obviously, the line move indicates otherwise.
How about a total on that, no?
The totals aren't out yet.
Oh, that's right, Pete. You always tell me that.
So I'm going to, you know what? I will give Louisiana Tech, but it's possible later in the week I'll do more research into this and find out why it is that Western Kentucky got bet up. But, we've seen, if this is sharp money, the Sharps have been dead wrong on betting against Wyoming, for example. Lots of times this year, and betting on San Diego State. So I'm going to take Louisiana Tech plus 10, minus 110.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I like that, Pistol.
I mean, again, they already played once this year, and it was very close, went down to the wire.
And now it's got everything. Yeah. It's all everything's on the line for that game. So.
Yeah. Then another one I was leaning towards, which I guess I will give and has moved a little bit in my favor. I bet Oklahoma State at plus 12.5 against Oklahoma. It's now down to 11.5 or 11, although the Greek is still hanging 12, which is interesting. The Greek has a lean towards Oklahoma. But I'll give Oklahoma State plus 12 at minus 110. I'm not sure. Some years there's a big talent discrepancy between these two teams in favor of Oklahoma. Usually, not sure whether I'm seeing that here. Both of them off of bye week. Oklahoma State's covered 4 out. They've both been playing well. Both been covering. seems like it should be close and relatively likely to go down to the wire.
I wouldn't talk you off that because like we both talked about in the beginning of the year, Pete, when Oklahoma is expected to do well, is ranked high, and has the high expectations, that's when they fail to come through. And Oklahoma State's not afraid to play this team. Do you know where the venue's going to be at?
It's at Norman, but
okay.
You know, so technically, I guess a home game for Oklahoma, but you know, I guess we could.
But that's a hell of a lot of points.
I
wouldn't talk you off
so
that
I'll take
one.
12 plus 110, and then I guess that's about it. The only other games that I was thinking about was Troy as a surprisingly low favorite.
They're playing, I think, was it Georgia Southern or App State or something?
Georgia Southern, Georgia Southern. The line is strangely going down. It was strangely a low number, and now it's strangely going down. Georgia Southern is off of a bye, but still, Troy is off of an easy blowout win, and it just seems like the talent discrepancy here is.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If this would have been the Georgia Southern team from 2-3 years past, I'd look, definitely say, wait a minute.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's just, this is a dangerous thing to do the sort of, like I've said before, syllogisms.
Yeah.
But Georgia Southern was a 6-point home dog to Appalachian State and got blasted by 24.
Big time.
And Troy, of course, beat Appalachian State this year. Maybe you could argue Appalachian State is better, but not certainly a whole lot better. And so I don't see why there's any reason to think that Troy won't, that Georgia Southern won't get at least lose by double digits here.
I think
so,
you might be right on that one.
I don't know, but the line is going down though, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Anything else you want to give us?
Oh yeah,
Brenner?
I sure do. I'm going with Clemson, buddy. I think this, and I'm just telling you, I think they are going to just blow this team out, and I mean by 20 or more. Call me crazy. It's okay because Virginia Tech, this is a whole new regime, whole new coaching staff. They had some big wins, but I think if you compare the way Clemson's playing right now, I don't think VTech has a shot whatsoever. I like it so much, Pete. I'm going 3 ways and maybe 4, okay?
Really? Okay.
First quarter.
We'll give you the bookmaker opener.
I'm going to do the first half with Pinnacle.
Okay.
And the full game is sitting at what?
10 right now, 10 minus 106
Wow.
is the best line we can get.
I love it, Pete. I think it's absolutely a no-brainer. What would be the totals are now? I was thinking team total, but we can revisit that one later on. Because I think Deshaun Watson saw that, you know what, if I put another good game together, this kid's got, he's got an opportunity for that Heisman because no one's sticking their head out saying, I've earned it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But that team looked damn good the other night, buddy.
Yeah.
They looked damn good and covered for me.
You know what? I will give, just while you're talking, I'm thinking, I will give Troy -7. Now that's down to 7 minus 106, or actually, but the Chris books have 105. I'll look into it a little bit more to see why the line went down, but I'll give it for now. Again, might pull it. And then another one I'm going to give, Louisiana Lafayette against Louisiana Monroe. I'm going to give Louisiana Monroe at a +7 minus 106.
Pistol Pete liking them dogs, baby.
I'm going to give that one now just because that one might move. If it does move, and that number also might wind up being key. But I think that game should be relatively close, and Louisiana Monroe
there he goes.
7.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
I mean, ULM's off of a bye, and they've kind of turned a little bit of a corner recently, 3 straight covers before their bye. So I can understand why the line is where it is because ULM was really struggling earlier in the year. But I'm going to take them at +7. Anything else you want to give us?
Yep, I'm going to go with Alabama on the first half.
Okay.
All right. Now, I think it's 24 sitting on the game, something like that. It's a high number.
Yes, 24.
Yep, but I'm going to go the first half. We're going to use the
Pinnacle opener.
Yep, the Pinnacle opener. I just don't think Florida is even close to stopping this team.
Or in this one, you might want to take the bookmaker opener just because it'll open earlier and it might get bet up. That's one that might get bet up.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you expect the first half line to get bet up, probably it's better for you to take the bookmaker opener.
See, I like that insight, Pistol Pete, but Florida, they just absolutely, and I went against them with Florida State and did real well, but that team is nowhere near this talent. Alabama will rock and roll them, Pete.
Yeah.
I think
that's
so
what
too.
I was thinking.
Matter of fact, I'm taking the full game.
Really?
I'm going with it. Yeah, because that will go
24 minus
up.
106. All right. Yeah.
I love that.
It's already gone up from the opener of about 22.
Okay, and I've got one other, Pete. It's a 3-team teaser, and right now I'm killing it on these teasers. They're
10
cashing.
points?
Yep,
All
I'm going to go with
use bookmaker minus 120.
You got it, and I'm going to go with Washington, Alabama, and Clemson.
Okay.
And I love every single one of them, and I'm feeling a really good week, Pete. Yep.
All right. That sounds good, Mike Brenner. I'll tell you the other ones I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Wyoming as a home dog against San Diego State. Wyoming has been strangely getting not that much respect this year, and I've been on them a few times. I remember there was one week where I took Wyoming against Air Force, and Brent from BetDSI told us the Sharps were all over Air Force. And Air Force was a 2-touchdown favorite.
Wow.
Wyoming wound up winning outright. So, and that's happened a bunch of times this year. Wyoming's been a surprisingly the and it's at home. They've got a home game against San Diego State. So
they're going to be up for that game.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it right now. Again, this is another one that I might pull, but I'll give Wyoming +7 minus 110.
Okay, Pistol.
And I guess that's about it.
I'm going to hold you off right now. Yeah, you got to stop and slow down. We'll revisit this later on.
But I'm looking forward to when the totals come out, and I guess that's it, Mike
Brenner.
Yep. We'll be back later on this week with more updates to our picks for college football week 14.
That's right, championship week. Don't miss it.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.